As far as the soul is concerned, when we pass away, do we continue doing the work that we were doing here as a soul? Or is it like the healing happens here and then we go back there?
Either or. And again, we come back to the idea of free choice beings. There are souls that choose to still remain more connected and in touch with those in the human plane by doing, as you say, the work, although it becomes less work and more play. Then there are those that choose to move back into the non-physical realm and be less inclined to stay, let's say, connected in the sense that you understand it to the earth itself. There are those that remain primarily on the earth, but from the non-physical realm. The choice is up to you. There is no end in sight for the choices that you are able to make. Some of you don't even remain on this plane at all in any form, nor in the non-physical other than the connecting source to it, but find alternate ways of expressing your divinity on, let's say, other planets. This becomes a big, broad picture that we have at times difficulty articulating through the words that we have access to. But the point is that there is really no such thing as death. Death implies the dead end street. So we would encourage you to begin looking at the idea of death as a human being thing that happens and recreating the idea of that word into something more expanded. The soul is simply moving on to keep in tune with the expansion that it is craving. Yes?
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess, so there is more levels of healing that occur than just through this plane here, I guess. Is trying to understand the purpose of it all, I guess.
The purpose of which?
Our experience. So are we here to just experience and heal, or are we here to celebrate love, or
all of the above?
All of the above, I guess.
All of the above. Collectively, the human species has made an agreement to travel together, to be as one, yet expressing themselves individually on the planet, and has made certain agreements, let's say. We use that word lightly because the word agreement implies signatures and that under all circumstances this is what must be done. It is much more loose than that, but we use it so that you can understand what we're trying to convey. You come here with an understanding of what it is that you would like to continue to learn from the experience of being a human being. So for many of you, this goes back lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, which is why many of you in this lifetime, if you're here in this room, are feeling the need to begin to reconcile those lifetimes for the purpose of perhaps not having to continue to learn that same lesson, yes? So when you look at life in its fullness, what you're experiencing in terms of recognizing your past lives is actually something that's happening currently in another plane on another reality. This is a tough concept to begin to understand and wrap your brains around because you literally can't wrap your brains around it because it's way too big. Point being is that as a human being here on Earth, right now, as you sitting here, you have come with you, what has come with you into this lifetime is a collaboration of all your other lifetimes, as well as that eternal part of you that is always present, that is always connected, that brings you to that place of understanding that you're at right now where you feel as though there is more. And part of the collective experience was to and is to come here on this planet that you call home and forget it all for the purpose of remembering. Why? Because it's fun. In all honesty, though, it's not always fun, yes? Yeah. So the joke's on you. What is fun, What is fun is coming through that, is coming through those times of turbulence, of coming through the challenging times on the other side where the light is shining bright. That is when you feel the empowerment within. That is where you recognize that as a human being, there are multiple depths to your personal experience, where you can dig deep and you can search and you can search and you can find the little nugget of gold that you need to be able to catapult you past those moments that seem so dark. Yes? And that is the beautiful thing about being a human being. And many of us that are here today speaking with you have been human beings, so we understand. So when we jest because we have been there. And many of us will be there again. So we understand that it's not all roses all the time. But you are living in still a state of duality. This is your reference. This is how you reference good from bad. This is how you reference happy from sad. Through your experiences. Without understanding the darkness at this point in your evolution, it's impossible to understand the lightness. So embrace all experiences as they come your way for the opportunities that they are, opportunities for personal growth, opportunities for expanded awareness, opportunities for more insight and clarity in your life that you can then share with those around you, for the purpose of collaborating with all your human beings to the point where at some point in your evolution, you will all be on, let's say, equal playing field where you are within an understanding of one another, that there is an equilibrium amongst all. Is this making sense? Yeah. So we encourage you to recognize the soul as who you are right here. It's not something that is out there waiting for you to reconnect with when the body passages and gives way to the non-physical. The soul is who you are. The body is an aspect within that soul. Allowing your body, your physical, biological self, the ability to harmonize fully with the spirit self, you will begin to recognize more clearly why you are here, what your personal purposes are, as well as the collective purpose. Yes?